What it do, YouTube? Today's video, I'm gonna turn over a quick impromptu video. In today's video, I want to talk about Hollywood is weeding out who is down with the New World Order and who isn't. You said what? Nah, that shit funny. Hollywood is weeding out what artists are currently with the New World Order and what artists aren't. So if you got eyes to see and ears to hear, then you can clearly see and hear what the fuck is going on. Now, like I said, the spotlight is on Lil Boosie because the shit Lil Boosie did, it didn't go right. It was completely sloppy, things of that nature, whatever, right? And it just shined a light on Hollywood even more. You know what I mean? Now, Lil Boosie not the only person that do this. Like I said, the spotlight just got put on him with this Duke the Jeweler situation, which was clearly an unfortunate situation. Now, it's a lot of different perspectives going back and forth, this, and that. Whack 100, he made a good perspective. He said what he said, but at the end of the day, too, you know, from my own perspective and experience, you know, um, whether he gave somebody the green light, directly or indirectly, he still had something to do with it, and unfortunately, it still happened while he was around. So it's still gonna fall back on him. And last time I checked, where I come from, if somebody invites you somewhere, they're responsible for you making it back home. Just like if somebody give you a ride, that person is responsible for giving you a ride back home. That's just how it goes in my culture. You see what I'm saying? And they invited him. Clearly, he didn't make it back home, so it's gonna fall back on Boosie. Clearly, now, like I said, it's other people who do this too. Now, you would have to really like go back and study certain artists and see how they move and see if people just dying around them and shit like that. Because you got a lot of artists who do this too. You know what I mean? Then you got a lot of artists that don't. You got a lot of artists that's actually just genuine people just trying to survive. Then you got a lot of snake artists that'll do anything to stay relevant, stay on top, all that type of shit, right? And the thing is, these people, what they do is they work for the Boule. They work for the Illuminati police, hip hop police, right? And what they do is they weed out all the artists and entertainers that's that hasn't signed over to the New World Order, and people who hasn't who they feel like isn't gonna be a good fit in a New World Order. They get them whacked and get them out of here because they like it's no use for them, right? Now the same shit happened with in this situation. Same shit happened in this situation, right? So like for example, rest in peace PNB Rock. PNB Rock was somebody, he didn't sign over to the industry. He was more like a SoundCloud rapper that did a song, did a couple songs, and it actually blew up. And he took off. And he, like I said, he was able to make money off his name and his likeness for the rest of his life just because he did songs with artists in the industry, whether they was rocking with him or whether they wasn't. You see what I'm saying? Or even somebody like Pop Smoke. You know what I mean? Like, they got rid of Pop Smoke and all that shit because he was more like a SoundCloud artist, somebody they see that they didn't really fit into their New World Order / agenda, so they wanted to just get rid of him. You know what I mean? Like real shit. There's a lot of foul play that go on in this shit, and a lot of these people do it because they bosses, they higher ups. You know what I'm saying? Because Boosie worked for Jay Prince and them, and Jay Prince and them have a boss, of course. And their job is really to just get rid of get rid of all the artists who not like Boule, who didn't officially sign up. So, for example, when Boosie set up Mo3, you know what I'm saying? You see Mo3 was popping, Mo3 was hot. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the hottest artists out back in 2021, 2020, around that era, shit like that, right? And you see how Boosie did him. You see what I'm saying? It was a setup because Boosie was gonna get something out of it, of course. And it's a way to take the assets and shit that these people acquired from the rap industry. That's what a lot of people do. They like to kill these people and take the money and shit that they earned. You know what I mean? And I continue on like it's theirs and shit like that. It's just that's why they call it the rap game, because it's a game of blood rituals, blood sacrifices of chess. You know what I'm saying? And there's plenty of artists who do this. Some do it strategically, where they go wipe their footprints away real clean. Then you got some people that do it real sloppy, who just don't give a fuck. Like they just in a rage of jealousy or some shit. They just like fuck it, I'm just gonna attack this motherfucker and take him out right now. Same thing with XSS Tentacion. And don't get it twisted, these people did get robbed. These people did get set up and all this type of shit like that. Like it was real life events, but it was orchestrated from a higher up. It's just they so happen to be wherever they was at, doing whatever they was doing, and they got caught in them situations, and they played out how it played out. Like XSS Tentacion, I was in the Air Corps ACCC the day he died. I think it was what June 18th, 2018. Same way. He was one of them SoundCloud rappers and shit that blew up, that took off. You know what I'm saying? That really wasn't supposed to take off. That took off, had all that influence, all that money, power, and shit like that. They wanted to get their assets and stuff back from him. So they took him out. And they know they're not gonna always be able to get every single thing back. That's why a lot of these people try to take the jewelry from them. A lot of these people try to rob them and take the money and all that. But they know they're gonna make the most money off of their masters and their music collection. That's another reason why they take them out too. So it's foul play going on right now in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? But it's foul play going on throughout the entertainment industry right now in general, because it's a blood game, it's blood rituals, it's the end days, it's the tribulation. So people is getting more and more desperate. People have been getting warnings from this. You either got the message or you did. A lot of people probably did get the message, but yeah, man, it was said. You know, you got certain celebrities, and I'm not saying all celebrities, but you got certain celebrities that to try to come around you, especially in today's time, and they're not coming around you to befriend you. They coming around you because they need a blood sacrifice, and they eyes they'll put you on for a certain amount of time until they like, all right, you've been balling long enough, boom, car accident, blood sacrifice, etc., etc., right? So if you got celebrities trying to hit you up and all that shit, you need to be careful because a lot of these people need blood sacrifices. You know what I mean? Especially if they're not like a celebrity that's kind of more self-made, where they kind of put in more to work themselves. Don't get me wrong, everybody has some type of help, but more celebrities, like certain celebrities, are more kind of like self-made. Like they kind of was able to do it on their own type shit. You know what I mean? So they might not be as wicked as some of them celebrities who are completely, you know, turned up by the industry. And that could be good or bad or whatever the case may be. But Yeah, we'll see as things continue to unfold. But yeah, man, like I said, I can keep giving examples on and on and on and on and on. Like Biggie and Pac, they was only raised up to that status because they were going to be blood sacrifices for the industry. Yeah. Same thing with a lot of other people too. They build these people up. It's called build to kill. They build a lot of these rappers and shit up, build them up, build them up, build them up, just to blood sacrifice them. It's like a contract with the devil, a soul contract with the devil, and what that means is people they'd be like, okay, I want to worship Baphomet or whatever, which is a religion, and the U.S. military recognized Satanism as a religion in 1974. And no, I'm not a Satanist. I'm against that. I'm just, you have to study your enemy. And these people, they go to these satanic temples and lodges and stuff, and they say, hey, you know what? I'll give my soul for riches, women, drugs, luxury cars, just a luxury lifestyle. So you'll be like, I'll sell my soul for this luxury for 2 years or a year and a half, or if you're really talented, you get a good 7 years in today's times. Back in the days, people was getting 30 years, 40 year, 50 year contracts and shit. Now people just, I've been struggling so much. I don't give a fuck. Just I want to do it. They don't even know what kind of soul contract they got, and then boom, they just randomly get taken out. See what I'm saying? Cause they just selling their soul left and right. Because people don't want to just do it the hard way and put in the work. And I understand it. It's fucked up, but these are the times we're living in. Wake the damn up.